It's hard living. Life is hard. When you are 49 years old, been working on a job for 17 years, and they come in and tell you you're finished and give you 1 week severance pay, and you got to start all over again. It's hard when you are married and raising children, and your children are crawling, and your husband dies unexpectedly. It's hard handling just the tragedies of life. It's hard when you're working on something and you put everything you have in it, and it doesn't work out. You lose your money and other people's money. It's hard. It was rough when I lost my job, and I could not find a job. It was humiliating and embarrassing, borrowing money, and then I couldn't pay the money back when I told them I would. That's rough. How people look at you, how they respond to you. It's very hard. It's humiliating. Here's what I discovered that happens to you in life, that you will go through things, and while you're going through them, you can't understand why it's happening to you. You do what it is you're supposed to. You're supposed to build something. You're supposed to create something. I don't know how to do it. Learn. Do whatever is required. Just go out there. It's possible you can get what you want. It's necessary. If you want it, you got to go into action. You got to be willing to experiment. You got to be willing to fail and to succeed. You got to be willing to form and to develop new relationships. It's you, it's on you. You got to make that happen. Nobody's going to bring it to you on a silver platter and say, here's your dream manifested. You go through the challenges of life, and you look at it and embrace whatever comes to you. Don't run from it. Step toward it. Don't try and duck it like most people do. See, most people want it easy. See, easy come, easy what? Easy go. See, but when you go at what you're going to deal with, and you deal with the difficulties of it, when you handle those hard things close at hand, making those hard decisions right now that you don't want to make, the people who go after their stuff, what makes it worth it? It's got to be your passion. You got to love it, ladies and gentlemen. You got to love it. It's got to be what you are supposed to do. Learning those things that you don't like to do, but you know that in order for you to get where you want to go, this is one of the hoops that you have to flip through. And I'm saying to you, whatever you got to do, do it, because if you don't, life is going to whoop you until you surrender. You must have faith. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your abilities. You've got to believe in your service, your company, your ideas. Unquestionably, you've got to have faith, and that faith gives you patience. That it's not going to happen as quickly as you want it to happen. A lot of things are going to happen that will catch you off guard. And so therefore you've got to deal with and handle it as it comes. And not only that, but that faith and patience drives you into action. You've got to keep moving and keep plugging away. The harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. See, when it's hard and there's a struggle, see, what you become in the process is more important than the dream. That's far more important. The kind of person you become, the character that you build, the courage that you develop, the faith that you're manifesting. People know that you know what life is, that you have embraced life. You knew it was hard, but you did it hard. It's hard, yes, it's hard. It's difficult, yes, right, and it's worth it. Why don't you decide now that you're going to expand your world, that if other people can learn, you could learn too? Well, it's hard for me. Have you been and sit in a class yet? Have you signed up yet? No, I haven't. See, a lot of people say no, ladies and gentlemen, to things, and they don't even know what they're saying no to. They haven't even challenged themselves. He hasn't even gone to sit into a class and say, teach me how to read. Instead, it's been easier for him to go through life, he thinks, trying to play a whole con game, pretending he knows how to do something that he doesn't know how to do. And you know what? Most of us go through life like that. Most of us go through life pretending. Pretending that we're satisfied where we are, pretending that everything is okay, pretending that we don't have any special goals or ambitions or desires, when really deep down inside we do really want more. But if you look at our behavior, if you judge based upon what we do, that really will tell you some true stories about people, because you have to judge a tree by the fruit it bears, not the fruit that it talks about. A lot of people pretend that they want more out of life, but all you have to do is watch their actions. The proof is in the pudding. If you want to do something, if you thought about something you want to do, take it head on. Decide that you're going to start looking at it, start doing research on it, start tackling it, start becoming involved in whatever and wherever it might lead you, to begin to explore the possibilities in that particular thing that you're seeking. So that you can begin to learn all you can about it. Decide that you're going to face it, that whatever shortcomings you have, that you're going to strengthen yourself there. Whatever training that's required, that you're going to go get that training, that you're going to get started right now. Do what you can, where you are, with what you have, and never be satisfied. Don't get satisfied with yourself. Always know that wherever you are, you can enjoy more, that you deserve more. But most people, you know what they do? Most people go through life quietly and safely, tiptoeing to an early grave. Find out what it is you want and go after it as if your life depends on it. Why? Because it does. People that have found their passion, people that found the things that they love, people that have found the things that they can pour their lives into, decide to do it now. Decide whatever you want to do, that you are now going to become actively involved right now, exploring the possibilities for you. That you're going to look at it and do just a little bit of it right now. When I decided to become a speaker, I didn't just quit my job and just ran out and say, I'm a motivational speaker. No. What I did was, I decided to start looking at other people that were involved in the speaking profession. I volunteered to work with some speakers so that I could learn.
Write the vision. What I'm asking you to do is write the vision and make it plain, because when you know what you want, Because if you don't know what you want and you're watching me, nothing else matters. What do you want?
You got to live what's in you. Life is just too short and unpredictable.
When you're not clear on what you want, like you get up whenever you feel like it, you don't have no drive, you don't have no passion. But when you know what you want, why do you wake up at 3? Because I know what I want.
There are a lot of people who were here yesterday that they're not here today. There are a lot of opportunities that were around yesterday. They're not here today.
So what do you want? Do you want to retire? Do you want to spend more time with your family? I don't know. What is it? You want a better job? You want a promotion? Do you want to be an artist? Do you want to be an engineer? I don't know, but I want you to start the year off. So when people ask me, where your passion come from? Where your drive come from? I know what I want.
Whatever you want to do, get your feet wet.
It's exposure. Some of you are not where you want to be. You don't have what you want to have. You're not doing what you want to do because you've never been exposed to it before. Some of you, you're going to work. I don't know if it's basketball, if it's soccer. I don't know what it is. If it's sales. I'm not sure what you're doing. Law. I don't know. If you're education, I don't know what you're doing. But if you teach and you're the same teacher this year than you were last year, that's a problem. So I need increased performance, because once you increase your performance, everything else increases. So here's the problem. You're going to work, but you're not working on your work. Listen to me, you're going to work. You're working every day. Some of you 9 hours, some of you 10 hours, some of you 12 hours. And you like, E.T., why is there a glass ceiling? There's a glass ceiling because there's a glass ceiling on your performance. You're not getting any better. How you speak is no better. How you write is no better. How you play is no better. You're no better than what you were last year. You might have been real good last year, but you're not great. Or you might have been great and you're not phenomenal. So you're locked. Why? Because performance, you're not increasing in your performance. And that's how my life changed when I started hanging around millionaires. When I started hanging around successful business owners, when I started hanging around success, it rubbed off on the kid. Are you hearing me? I took those principles and bam, took them to another level. The W, the O, the R, the K. I need you to upgrade your work. And so I'm telling you, work on your work. Listen to me, work on your work. Increased performance is going to increase your pay. Increased performance is going to increase your response. Nobody's going to give you more responsibility if you can't handle the responsibility that you have. So I'm telling you, increased performance. Look, from the first TGIM to now. Every day, every week, every month, every year, it's got to get better. There is no excuse for not living up to your fullest potential. No excuse. What changed? I changed. And I stopped being a victim. I stopped saying I've got to wait for good things to happen to me. And I said, I'm going to grind. I'm going to fight. I'm going to work. I'm going to press toward. I'm going to learn. I'm going to do everything in my power. Every single day, I'm going to do everything in my power to become a victor and not a victim. If you keep being a victim, if you keep letting losing happen to you, if you keep letting people do you and treat you any kind of way, it's going to become a culture. You better feel me. Winners win and losers lose. Talk less and grind more. Going to the next level is about the W, the O, the R, and the K, baby. It's about work.
Alright, let's fuck shit up. Failing is not failing, but refusing to get up. Get up and conquer, brother. Get up and fight. Get up and go after your goals, your aspirations, because nobody is going to do it for you. One day, you'll be on your deathbed, and you'll leave in one of two ways, either with regret or with pride. The question is, how will you leave this world? Will you stay down after every setback, or will you get up and fight back? Will you be that person who says, I wouldn't have my life any other way? Or will you be that person who says, if I had another chance? Stand tall, walk proudly, and never stay down. You need to get up. Live with pride. Understand that life is too short for regrets. Choose to live life victoriously, then in defeat, and conquer your goals. Never let anything stop you. Because if you're here, you're a person who fights back. Or why the fuck else are you listening to this? Get up and fight for your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. Turn them into a reality. Understand that there's good in failing because it teaches us about our weaknesses. And that's when we can start to improve ourselves. But only if we get back up and try again, and try again, and try again until we make it. Will you be that person who conquers life? Get up and fight for your life. You have the attitude. You have the heart. Now, brother, perform the action. Follow through your words. Your actions produce results. Without it, you're just a talker. And check this out. No talker ever made it in this world. Only doers make it. Only doers get back up after every setback. Only doers are the strong ones. At the end of this day, who will you be? A person who says, I wish I could have done things differently. Or the person who says, I'm motherfucking proud. Fuck yeah. It's your choice, brother. Yeah.
Every single thing you said you wanted to accomplish, you wanted to do, guess what? It is not lost. Some of y'all thinking the year is lost. It's over. Listen to me, there's hope, but you got to believe it. Listen to me, you can't do nothing without faith. You can't do anything without faith. It's impossible to accomplish anything without faith. So I need you to believe at some point in September, October, November, or just before the year ends in December, it's going to happen, all right? So I need you to have faith. I believe in you. That's why I get up and I come out here every morning, every Monday morning, because I believe, all right? I believe you can do it. I'm so excited because somebody looked at me when I was a high school dropout. Somebody looked at me when I was homeless, and they said, I believe in you. That although you are a high school dropout, right now you're at the worst place in your life that you've ever been, I believe that this is your beginning, but this doesn't have to be your end. That just because you are currently here, this is your present circumstances, that life don't have to end for you right now. So I need you to get busy living. Are you hearing me? I need you to get busy living. There is still time. As long as there's breath in your nostrils, as long as you can wake up in the morning, listen to me, you still in the game, which means if you're in the game and there's still time in the game, still time left in the game, you can still win the game. The thing I love about the zone is that once you get in the zone, your work will work for you. You are working. You're trying to get something going. But when you get into the fourth quarter, your work begins to work for you. When you get in the zone, you're able to do things effortlessly. You put in 120% every time, or you don't put in nothing, because listen to me very closely. Today, this opportunity you have, it might not be here next year. It might not be here the year after next. It might not be here the year after that. This is the only moment you got. It took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree. My book is a bestseller, and I failed English 3 times in college. But the difference between me and most people is you might be sweeter than me. You might be bigger than me. You might grind. Listen to me, I don't know. You might have money. I don't know where you come from, but you will not outwork me.
The greatest project you will ever work on is yourself.
I'm not in here speaking like I'm getting paid 20. Listen to me, I'm in here like I'm getting 30. This is an opportunity of a lifetime, and I'm gonna take advantage of it.
You are a miracle. Now go out there and live like one.
You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your abilities. You've got to believe in your service, your company, your ideas. Unquestionably, you must have faith. It's hard. Yes, it's hard. It's difficult. Yes, right. And it's worth it.